Easy. How to easily make millions of dollars in 2024 and 2025. Well, you might be thinking this sounds too good to be true. And there is one thing you're going to have to do here, but it's not very hard. It's not thinking. You're going to have to be patient. Almost a year ago, I said that I think stocks are going to go higher. I'm looking for 6,200 and 5,600. Well, we're over 1,000 points higher. So we got some updated levels for this week. And the market has been on a nonstop rocket ship going higher. So now we're going to talk about how to make millions of dollars. And it's something pretty boring, right? We're going to listen here to Albert Einstein, who tells us that compound interest is the eighth wonder of the world. He who understands it earns it. He who doesn't pays it. And I'm going to show you my little formula that I've been teasing out this weekend, honestly, for the last couple of years, that is going to try to help me get to financial independence. And as you can see, it's a 29-year plan to have millions of dollars in my account, but it's going to be awfully boring. And a lot of times I'm not going to have to think too hard. But right now, the market is overpriced. Normally, the 10-year average for the S&P 500 is 18 times. Right now, we're trading at 22, which means that we're about 20% too high. But for this strategy, it does not matter. Again, he who understands it earns it. He who doesn't pays it. So that's a really simple message for today. And what I really want to do is show you that the market kind of appears like it's on a preset course. This goes back to October 22nd. And now, not even a month later, Bitcoin option traders eye 80,000 no matter who wins. What happened? Boom, 80,000, 80,500 to be precise. Oh my goodness, up 32% in the last month. Yes. And the market's about to go back here into greed specifically. If we can get back above here at 63, which is our previous high, well, that pretty much means the train's going to be leaving the station. I'm going to go through and show you more notes as well, maybe a little bit later in the show. But at a very high level, here we're looking at a cup of coffee or the Russell 2000, right? It looks like a cup of coffee here. So there's your cup, there's your handle. What I'm really wondering is whether we can actually form a new all-time high, kind of like we do here with the Dow Jones. There's your cup, but it doesn't stop. It just keeps going higher. So right now, the Russell here on the monthly chart, can we just power up and actually go to new highs at roughly 250? Or do we need to take a little bit of a pit stop and form a flag? That's really what I'm wondering here. We can look here to equal weight S&P 500 or RSP, and that's kind of what happened. Kind of more of a W, bounce off the 50 MA, a little bit of indigestion, and then new all-time highs. The last kid to join the club is the Russell. Almost everything else is already there. Here we note that we have equal weight with a cup and handle, XLF with a cup and handle. So there's a lot of things for us to go through. Let's jump in a little bit deeper. At a very high level, without wasting your time, this is it. The S&P and the NASDAQ are both in monthly higher highs over that candle high, or pedal to the metal. It's a green light. And jumping forward to our note for today, it pretty much tells us that there's two magic numbers. It's where the arrows are pointing. If you need to be more clear, what do? We buy the weekly higher low, and we buy the 50 weekly moving average back test. Let's make this super simple so that I don't waste your time. All right, let's have a look here. If we come down to form a weekly higher low, our template to 2016 and 2020, or the last two elections says that that's a place we want to buy. So as of right now, you want to be ready to buy at these two zones. This is the first zone. For next week, it's going to be as low as 568, right? 568, 560 something. Yes, that's a lot lower than 590 something. Okay, that's the first area we buy, the first magic number. Where's the second magic number? Well, I'm going to ask you for a huge favor first. If you could please consider smashing that thumbs up or subscribing to the channel, I would greatly appreciate that. The second magic number is going to be here on the 50 weekly moving average. And let's see the reason why. Well, because that's the short-term price. Sometimes we get close, sometimes we get a little bit less close. But if we do come all the way down to roughly 525, that is the second area you want to buy. So what do you want to do? You don't want to be a wuss if we come down to support. So what are you telling me? Well, what I'm telling you is that we're closer to resistance as I see it right now than we are to support. If we come down to the yellow arrows, you want to be a buyer. So if we zoom out one more chart here to the monthly, a lot of people are getting anxious. Why? It's called the wall of worry. They're worried, right? They're just worry words. They always want to find something to worry about. So they're like, oh my God, money's too easy to make right now. I don't want to make too much. Hey, sit back and enjoy the show. This is a bull market, baby. So if we look here, this is what the bears have to do at a minimum. So until you see this, I'm applying this exact same recipe or formula to the weekly chart. So until we see a weekly lower low and close below the low, I am not concerned about this bull run. Why? Because the bears lack any evidence of winning. The last chart to join the club is going to be the Russell. This one goes, man, that's it. It's over. Every chart is bullish. I'm talking every single chart. All right, let's make this really simple here. So if the Bears are going to win, the earliest that we would see that would be at the end of the month. We're about a third of the way through. So by the end of November, they have to take us back below 565 or back below support. That gets us to ingredient number one. Then we have to close below there. Then we need another low. Then we got to close below that. That's how a bear market starts. Start, end, start, end, start, end. So we need to see at least 2 red candles. Right now we got what? Green. Okay, so if we're green and we don't have red, don't worry, right? That's the takeaway here. You might be very surprised on how high stocks can go. Why? Oh my goodness. If we look back to our we look back to our 1995 template, I'm talking hundreds of percent higher. Let me see if I can find it here really fast. Here we go. 220%. You guys should be there should be no surprises about this formula. 1995, 1, 2, 3, 4, and then mega big up gang comes in. Oh my goodness. And then what happens? Hey, let it compound. People are worried. There's $6 trillion sitting on the sidelines. And right now, people are pretty much getting their wins. So do you agree with why the market's up here? Hey, it doesn't matter. This is where we are. So if the bulls are winning and we continue to see defense, which is higher lows and higher highs, excellent. Yes, we're redlining. Yes, we're up against resistance. But please also note, technicals are one thing, positioning is another. And as of right now, like I just showed you, there is not extreme greed. There's no greed, but people were actually fearful going into the election. What does that mean? Opportunity to make money, right? Let's make some money. We can definitely go back into extreme greed. So positioning is not quite there, and the charts are not quite there. There's one left to join the club. But if we look here to the economic data that's going to drive this week, we got CPI on Wednesday. The numbers are now provided to us. So if it comes in as expected, I expect the market to chug, but be prepared for that weekly higher low, as I've already talked about. Jerome Powell is also going to talk this week about what? He's going to be talking about World Affairs Council of DFV, whatever, right? He's going to be talking. There you go. Jerome Powell's talking this week. So what's he going to talk about? I don't know. Is he going to move the market? Probably. Talks on the 14th. It's the middle of the month. All right, there we go. Other than that, a couple of other quick charts here for us to go through. I got a whole bunch of them. So subscribe if you want to come hang out and ask for more details on these tomorrow. I'm just going to go through the notable ones here. So at the very top, we got the dollar, massive cup and handle. There's some coffee. We look at the 10-year note. Yeah, it's a worry going all the way back to the late 1990s. This pattern right here tells us that if we pivot off of 4.16, which we're currently above at 4.3, it's no good. There's an everything rally. So these charts right here, again, gives me cause for concern, cause for concern, cause for concern, cause for concern. But my cause for concern is just cause for concern. Again, it's worry. It's a worry word. Until the S&P prints that lower low on the weekly and then confirms by what? Starting to get bearish by printing a lower low, closing below, printing another low, and then closing below. There is no trend change. People are worried now like they were at the beginning of the year. What happened? Nonstop rocket ship higher. Do not get left off the train. The gravy train has left the station, and whether you want to make money is now up to you. We want to buy on support. But sometimes it doesn't feel like that. Just before the election, we came down to a monthly higher low, 565, 567. But everyone was worried. That's right. When we're on support, it doesn't always feel like it. So have a look at these charts because a lot of them just want to go up now. Here we have the VIX down to 14, right? We have SMH needs to break out, but all these other charts here, MAGs, all-time highs, XLG, RSPT, every chart here just looks minty fresh. So good. Backtest previous all-time highs and pass. This is good. Cup and handle, backtest and pass, bullish, 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 bullish. I got like 40 charts here that are bullish. So that's it for today's video. Subscribe on the left or come hang out with me at 9:15 a.m. if you want to see more. Thanks so much for your support.